That's what I'm talking about. Guys, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? Where the hell you been, Jared? I don't know. I'll tell you guys in a minute, guys. But happy Tuesday to all of you guys. Let me get situated here. I'm gotta dust off the mic a little bit, the little area here. But after my last Sunday show, God, it was over a week ago. You saw the voice kind of going out, still kind of snotty in there, going on there. I became one angry individual 2 days later. It's just, here I am, a guy who went through COVID at work. I did almost 2 years of 7 days straight. Yeah, the mask on, that whole 9 yards. Never got a vaccine, never got sick, never got COVID, never got anything. Everybody around me was dropping like flies. Here I am, January, I get the flu. And then heading over to March, last week, having seen my mother for, I guess, for that week I was on vacation. I was seeing her a lot. I contracted RSV. And those acronyms, I had no idea what the hell they were. They were some kind of respiratory thing going on there, but very contagious. I was like, great. I said, you're telling me the rest home was infected with this stuff and nobody told me to protect myself. Anyway, I was down. I was down for a good week. And for the first time in probably 20 years, I actually called out sick. It's just like, I have never done that. But in that time, I mean, because I was just angry. Like, why did this happen again to me? But in that time, I was able to compile a whole host of reels and show topics and really deep shit that I want to bring to you guys. And especially one here tonight. Because to me, it's only fitting. And I'm going to get right to the quote box. And it's National Brain Awareness Week. So you guys take care of that little meatloaf between your left and right ear and infuse it with some good stuff. And people bust my chops. Oh, if you're Mr. Positive, why are you getting sick? What I mean, it doesn't matter, meatball. It's a virus. You can't help that stuff, man. You really can't. The best thing you can do is to keep yourself healthy to get better quicker. And with me, the only problem with this thing is just a hacking cough. And that was the only downfall, because you would lose the voice, but the coughing just wouldn't stop. So if I start going on this tangent about, coughing in the end, just give me a second. I'll be good about that. Getting back to National Brain Awareness Week, like I said, it's also National Introverts Week. That's the question I got for you guys, because Carl Jung really coined that phrase, introvert and extrovert. And honestly, I was the extrovert all my life because the conformity, I needed the validation, not to jack on the extrovert. Don't get me wrong here. From the patterns that I've seen, what saved my life mentally and then turned ultimately physically in every facet of my life was become this introspective version of myself, an introvert, living from the inside out. And to me, that was life-changing because it brought a whole new paradigm of thinking. I said, wait, I'm the creator, not life. I'm the one creating my life. And these are the questions you guys got to ask yourself. These are the questions you guys got to really break down, because introvert is a person who is predominantly focused on internal thoughts and feelings rather than external things. If you really grasp it, an introvert humbles you, because now you don't need anything in life to make you happy. You make yourself happy, and life gives you more of that. These are the things that you really have to grasp for yourself to make a choice, especially with transformation, because when you start living within and showing the world the energy of who you are, which you're already doing, you're doing it either one way or another way. You start doing it from an introverted way. In other words, living your truth from the inside and those feelings associated with it, life can only show you more of that. Extrovert is a person who is predominantly focused on external things or social interactions rather than internal thoughts and feelings. And that's nothing against the extroverts. I mean, I was one of them. But what had happened was, perhaps with the evolution of time, I just wasn't feeling the social kind of thing anymore. And maybe you guys, if you guys are on this quest and you're watching a lot of videos like this, and then believe me, there's hundreds of thousands of them, You're starting to, you're being drawn to it. It's not coming out of random there, Meatball. You're actually being drawn to it. You're attracting those things in your life because you're curious. You're like, why am I living this way and all these things are happening? But you can choose the latter. You can choose the introspective way of living and understanding who you truly are. And out of the quote box tonight, we'll get to my reel here because this will actually explain what I'm trying to talk about, because I'm going to keep it short, keep the voice healthy. I want to keep going this week with a couple shows along with Kurt. It is, truth is not something outside to be discovered. It is something inside to be realized. Buddha, you're awesome, man. Thanks for that. And this reel here, because this started the whole wheel, man. This started the whole wheel of intro and extra with me, because it led to Carl Jung's hypothesis on this, because he understood that. He understood it. And in other words, it's your form of IQ that you're choosing. Listen to this reel. This is absolutely beautiful. The highest form of intelligence isn't IQ, isn't logic, isn't memory, and or speed. According to neuroscience, the rarest intelligence is something entirely different. Most people never develop it, and those do quietly outgrow everyone around them. Kind of sounds like an introvert, doesn't it? The highest form of intelligence is metacognition. Listen to this word, metacognition. This is really what changed me, to really bring me back to the person I've always wanted to be. And this is why I always tell you guys to take an inventory of your thoughts. This is exactly what it is. Metacognition is the ability to think about your own thinking. Most people are running on autopilot. They're running on default mode. They're running on programs that have been around, for forever in their lives, and whatever their beliefs that they've been conditioned to. The ability to think about your own thinking, not reacting blindly, not running on autopilot, but observing your mind in real time. Listen to what I just said, but observing your mind in real time at this present moment. Introverts are people who grasp life on the inside, and they say, wait, I am the creator. I am the starting point, man. All I got to do is feed the garden every day with my thoughts and my feelings about who I am. And life is going to start showing me more of that. It's noticing your thoughts, questioning your reactions, and interrupting emotional reflexes and updating beliefs instead of defending them. You're dealing with anchors right here. When you're dealing with emotions, reflexes, beliefs, and patterns and anchors, you are dealing with some deep-seated policies that you live by. When you're an introvert, you start seeing everything from the inside out. And this is what I'm talking about. True transformation is you living from the inside out. It's not asking for something, but living from something. That's the key to manifesting whatever your desires are. It's living from it, the feelings of it, and developing the thought patterns and the anchors that go along with it. Life is going to start showing you all of this, but you have to condition yourself to do it. And people will start understanding that later on when they've gone through the social interaction phase in their life, and I did it. I started hitting that paradigm of thinking when I hit 40. And it didn't really seem right to me anymore. I wasn't a traditional guy. Not that I was a hermit or an outcast, which I kind of like, by the way, honestly. But I was saying to myself, how do I make myself more happier? You find your happiness from within, and you start reflecting that happiness every single day. And to finish that reel, most people run on their mental software automatically. Metacognition is different. It's you editing your own program while running. It's a neuroelectric remodeling. When you get to that point in life and you start reflecting and you're saying, why is this happening to me? Why are these things happening to me? All you have to do is flip the switch on who you are. Instead of living from out there as an extrovert, depending upon validation and all these things, like I said, don't take it in a condescending way. Some people need that. But those of us who live from the inside out, who are deep thinkers, not that anyone isn't, we're all deep thinkers, but what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the outside world, or are you focusing on your inside world, which is going to create your outside world and not letting life run the show. We all been conditioned to believe we have to do this and do that and do this and do that. The whole point is you don't have to do a damn thing. You have to be yourself. And then from there, each step is going to be created in your life. It should put a big ass smile on your face because now it takes your power back. Metacognition is you understanding the inventory of your thoughts every day, realizing it, not overreacting to situations. That's when you know you've changed, when you're not lost your shit. Yeah, I told you I got a second virus, big friggin' deal. I got angry, yeah, big deal. But I said, wait, let's try to, use this time. I said, I'm going to be off for the next several days. Let's compile some work. Let's get moving. I can't speak it, but I can still work it. That's what I'm talking about. You change your whole paradigm of thinking to another way of living from the inside out. And life is going to start reflecting that. Because Brian Tracy said it best. I'm like, well, where the hell is it? And then I'll let you guys go and really understand it and grasp it. Because when you start living as an introvert, you're pulling away from life. And I'm not saying go live in a teepee on the beach there, Meatball, which probably would sound pretty good right now with this cold weather. But all I'm saying is you pulling back from life, understanding who you are as a person, inventorying your thoughts every day. Not necessarily on paper, just realizing what you're thinking every day. Sickly thoughts every single day, and the constant negativity can only bring you more of that. When you start living on the inside, life is just one big happy show, man. And you're the star. You're on the stage because it's your world, not the world that you're creating. You're creating your world in real time, every second of every day. And I'll leave you with this from Brian Tracy. Everything that happens in your life is a reflection of what's happening inside of you. Remember that. I'll say it again. Everything that happens in your life is a reflection of what's happening inside of you. He said this 45 years ago in a black and white lecture, man. And people, it's a small room, maybe 20 people. Now there's hundreds of thousands of people truly understand the power of transformation. This is what I'm talking about. You will evolve into whatever you want to be, understanding how you tick. He goes on to say, life is just a mirror of what you believe. Your outer world does not argue with you. It simply reflects. And they said that in the scripture. You have free will to choose. If your life is not working out the way you thought it would be, indeed, it's the way you thought it would be. You change your thoughts, you change your life, you change your destiny. You start realizing that, guys, life is going to show you the most beautiful thing. So I am blessed to be back. America's Mentor _radio. On Instagram, I'm going to keep it short, man. Hashtag Jerry Maldonado on YouTube. Hey, I'm still posting. I got shit in the can. Lots and lots of reels in the can. I keep posting every single day. But I uploaded so much amazing stuff this week. I'm going to bring to you guys step-by-step creation processes, adjusting your nervous systems. All these amazing reels and videos out there that are really compelling and hopefully intrigue you to make that choice for yourself. Happy Tuesday, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon, man.